Oh, I noticed P has Panzerschreck squads as well.
Mm-hmm. He's moving for Panzerschrecks, and which is going to really help him later on. Again, saying that this is a rematch, they kind of know what they're going to be doing, and now that the American does, in fact, have bars now, it's going to get a little bit more hectic for the Pio spam, even though they're now setting up an MG nest at the bottom and spamming tank traps to keep the Kangaroos from going everywhere. And then here up at the bridge, we're
Oh, big
getting...
engagement up here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think they're gonna lose. I mean, nothing but flamethrowers.
Given Vet 3 piles can help, but remember, they're still outnumbered a bit, so the bars can really provide a lot of help to it. Because not all of the Pioneers had flamers. And it kind of comes out to a bit of a draw. Just a battle, a little fight of attrition between the two of us. Kill each other to a point where there's almost no one left. And
oh, so both the Americans and the Pios and the Germans took a lot of heavy casualties on that one.
Mm-hmm. And up top, up here, we have the complete destruction of another. It was a Brit squad and a rifleman squad at the top at the hands of two Panzer Grenadiers with MP44s, and then two. Again, the PE-8 armored car is just always can be out of range of all the infantry rifles and just pound them into the ground with that.
Yeah.
And then with this, that first Kettenkrad's still out there and just moving around capping.
Down.
Ooh, they strafed the Pios there.
Mm-hmm. But
right on the road.
Yeah, but only killed one. The big issue with strafe, it's really effective against early units, but once they get to veterancy, unless they're on the road, they're not really going to get too much damaged. And especially now the Brit has his armored truck out, and I see Kangaroo soon.
Observation posts report we are losing a sector.
I got a bad feeling about this. Rifle squad reporting for duty.
Now this is really interesting. Over by the Kangaroos, you'll see that these two mines basically laid on top of each other. One from the American, one telemine from the PE.
Oh yeah, I see that. But they're where at did you say again?
Right near the armored car, over by the...
Okay, yeah, that's the one I'm looking at then. Yeah, but the American one didn't get built. I mean, the Allied one didn't get built.
Oh, okay, so that's what... Okay. I guess that's small glitch on my part then. Well, you have the American with a few British infantry units moving up the top, trying to capture some more points and get back some territory. Meanwhile, the Brits capping in the middle and middle point. And there goes his Kettenkrad.
Yep, there that goes.
Enemy unit down.
Poor Kettenkrad. At least it didn't die in the beginning.
Yeah, that's all. It did its job. And now the ACs are, once again, long range, just keeping on attacking. And meanwhile, the Brit, over by his armored truck, has gotten two Kangaroos ready. The PE's now gotten to 4 unit squads. And now in the top corner, the American, I feel, did terrible with this. He spent time engaging 2 Pioneers in the building than rather moving his riflemen and such in to attack the 2 armored cars waiting on the road. And he lost a lot of men with this.
Casualties being reported.
Oh man, look at where the aces just like
enemy unit down.
Rip them up.
Exactly. And there goes to that lone. Oh, never mind. There goes that one engineer getting killed. Especially now, these ACs are trying to get veterancy. No, I don't think the Vanmock's chosen it, but I'm pretty sure he ends up going Blitzkrieg Doctrine.
Oh, but here is the Kangaroos.
And here comes the trash talk over Kangaroo Spammer. I really wouldn't say he was a spam, but nonetheless, all he's going to do is make Kangaroos. And I believe it's at this point the Vanmock goes and makes... Nope, he's already made a few stormtroopers down at the bottom. And the real problem with this match I see is just that the British kind of was just holding back the entire time until they got Kangaroos while the American do everything. Whereas, so it creates only one focal point of attack. Meanwhile, while that one point attacking, you can have the option of letting them take that area and having 2 points capping other areas, or just having one engage, wear it down, and have the other person attacking the bottom, as what they've been doing. And I really hate to belittle my favorite British army, but that's the problem with a lot of British players. They just wait for Kangaroos rather than building a diversified force and actually doing something.
Yep, I know what you mean by that.
And there goes his first Kangaroo. And the second one's going to be dead soon.
And look at the ACs on top.
Nope, there it goes. We made it out. 2 veteran, 2 armored cars. Probably the other mistake that the Brit did, he didn't put any lieutenants in with those Kangaroos, so all of his units did terrible.
Yeah, they count for nothing.
Those 2 veteran 2 ACs just tearing apart those rifles up top. And it's something I've always somewhat wondered, never bothered looking up, and it's my own fault for it. Now, for PE, when you have the defensive upgrade for veterancy or the offensive upgrade for veterancy, if you have a Vet 1 offensive and Vet 2 defense, do they basically count out as the same as a Vet 1 defense in the Vet 2 slot?
I have no idea.
Because I've always wondered if it mattered putting like a 2 Vet 2 and 2 Vet offensive bonuses and then having a Vet 3 defensive bonus, if it's going to count as basically a Vet 1 defensive bonus or a Vet 3 defensive bonus.
I don't know. I hear different stories about that. Well, I mean, just different opinions about that. So I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Well, the PE just got out, has the option to get Hetzers out, but in something like this, Hetzer really wouldn't be useful in tight corners. And all the while, since they have this high influx of munitions, since the Vox been OPing all the munition points, it's allowing for the PE to just place telemines all over the map.
Yeah, that's a pretty smart thing right there too.
And given the Americans been trying to counter that with, he's been making engineers with Minesweepers.